If you're taking the B2 First Cambridge exam, then it is absolutely vital that you understand how to write paragraphs when you write your essays. And writing paragraphs may sound simple, and it is, if you know what you're doing. Often, students will write paragraphs that are too long, paragraphs that lack focus, or paragraphs that are completely disorganized. So to avoid writing terrible paragraphs that will give the examiner a terrible headache and will give you terrible marks, here is what you need to do. Let us start with the very basics. What is a paragraph? Yeah, it's like you've got sentences that are together and then you've got a space. Yeah. Yes, that's what a paragraph looks like, but what is it? I don't know. Toby, why are you asking me? The best definition I can think of is a single unit of thought.
Oh, Toby, that's ingenious. A single unit of thought. Ah, you're such a philosopher.
Now remember, in this video we are not talking about introductions or conclusions. We are talking about body paragraphs. And a body paragraph should only talk about one thing. If you start discussing two things, then you've gone wrong somewhere. So no, don't do that. Keep your body paragraphs focused. Each body paragraph should discuss one thing. Now, what should every body paragraph contain? Well, for your Cambridge English essays, I would like your body paragraphs to always contain three things. Number one, a claim. Number two, evidence to support the claim. And number three, an explanation of how all of this relates to the general topic of the essay. And okay, you may now be thinking,
But Toby, this is so simple. I can do better than that.
but no, do not make things more complicated than they need to be. Keep your essays simple, because the best essays in English are the essays that are the easiest to follow. So, let's take a look at the claim, the evidence, and the explanation one by one, starting with the claim. This is the central argument, the central point you want to make in this paragraph. Now, the topic of each claim for your B2 First essays should be really simple, because they're basically given to you. You're given three prompts. Two of them are already given to you, and the third one is your own idea. Not your opinion, but another topic to include related to the essay subject. Okay? All right. It is important to keep in mind that the claim, the first sentence you write for each body paragraph, is not a fact. Instead, it is the general point you are going to make in this paragraph. It is the argument you are making, or the argument you are presenting. This might sound a little bit confusing, so let me give you some examples. Let's imagine we are writing a B2 First essay, and the question is, young people today do not get enough physical exercise. Do you agree? We have three prompts that we need to include, and one of them is video games. So we decide to write our first body paragraph about video games. One possible claim could be this.
Rather than playing sport outside with their friends, young people often spend their time playing video games online.
This is not a fact, because someone could reply,
No, they don't, Toby. Kids play outside all the time. I see them in the park every day when I'm having a drink. Idiot.
So in the next sentence, it's your job to present the evidence that supports this claim. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. Our next example essay question is, life today is easier for young people than it was in the past. Do you agree? We have three possible prompts. One of them is social media, so we're going to write a paragraph about social media. Our claim could be this.
Young people today have to deal with the social challenges presented by social media.
Again, this raises the question, what social challenges? So our next sentence is going to provide some facts that justifies us saying that social media poses some social challenges to young people. To summarize, the first sentence of each of your body paragraphs should be presenting the central claim that the paragraph will be supporting. If you are still unsure about how to do this, then watch this video here. I go into lots of detail about how to write topic sentences, and that's exactly what these are. So watch it, and I promise everything will be clearer. Let's move on to our next sentence. The evidence. This is where we introduce facts, experiences, examples that support our claim. Please remember that when you're writing a B2 First essay, you don't have to tell the truth. You can lie, you can invent things, you can talk about studies that don't exist, experiences you've never had, or surveys that have never been carried out. Oh, great, I love lying. This is going to be my last drink of the day. Me too. I'm not even a teacher. I've never taught a class in my life. So our next sentence in this paragraph needs to provide some evidence to support the idea that many young people spend more time online playing video games than they do playing sport outside with their friends.
Oh, I know, Toby. Let's invent a study.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. Let's do that. Let's lie. Let's invent a study.
In fact, one study found that over 80% of teenagers prefer socializing online, playing video games like Fortnite, to taking part in physical activities. Of course, this might not be true, but we are liars. And what about for our other paragraph about social media? As evidence here, we could present some examples of challenges. So, what could be some examples of challenges? How about cyberbullying, the fear of missing out, comparing themselves to celebrities are just some of the difficulties young people have to face.
Okay then, so what do we need to do next? What should be the third and final sentence of our paragraph? We need to link everything that we've said back to the essay question. How does everything we have just said have any connection at all to the question the essay is trying to answer? Oof, I can't wait. Let's go to the explanation.
So, for our first paragraph, the essay question was, young people today do not get enough physical exercise. Do you agree? And so far, this is what we have written.
We need to link this back to the question. Now, let's try and do this without presenting our personal opinion, because we want to reveal our personal opinion in the conclusion, not in the body paragraphs. So, why don't we say something like this?
As a result, young people are surely engaging in less physical exercise than they used to.
Oof, it's so simple.
This paragraph now does three very simple things. It makes a claim about a topic, it then provides some evidence for this claim, and then finally, it links it back to the general question of the essay.
This is exactly what every single body paragraph you write should look like. So, let's do this again. Life today is easier for young people than it was in the past. Do you agree? We're finishing up our paragraph all about social media.
We have our claim, and we have our evidence, and now we need to link it back to the question. And an easy way to do this is to say that previous generations did not have to deal with social media. So we could say, indeed, as these issues are novel to this generation, it may be argued that young people's lives today are more difficult.
And that's it. Those are 2 perfect body paragraphs for the B2 First Cambridge Writing Exam. Now, you're probably watching this video, looking at these 2 paragraphs and thinking with your little brains,
But Toby, aren't these paragraphs too short? They're only 3 sentences long.
and yeah, you're right. They are super simple. The first paragraph we wrote about video games and exercising and doing sport was 42 words long. Remember that a B2 First essay needs to be between 140 and 190 words long. You will write 3 body paragraphs. Each one should be about 40 words. You should write an introduction and a conclusion, and these should be about 30 words each. So that means that if you write your essay like this, that's 30, 40, 40. 180 words. Oof, that's perfect. Seriously, it's as simple as that. And that is exactly how you write the perfect body paragraphs for your B2 First writing exam. It's that simple. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.